Shivappa Nayaka's fort, also known as Nagara Fort, is located in Nagara in Shimoga district of Karnataka. Before being named as Nagara, this place was called Bidnur. After Hyder Ali captured this place, he named it Hyder Nagar. Later on, only the name Nagar was retained and this place is now known as Nagar or Nagara. Nagara is at a distance of 80 kilometers from Shimoga town and it will take you approximately 2 hours to drive to this place from Shimoga. This fort is built in stone and mortar. It is almost ovoid in shape and there are many bastions placed along the fort walls at regular intervals. Outside the fort, there was a moat and its retaining walls run along the exterior part of the fort. The water in the moat would have provided an additional layer of security to the fort. Entry to the fort is from the north through a steep ramp in front of the main gateway. This main entrance has two bastions flanking it. There is a sally port on the left side for securing the entry to the fort. From this entrance, another ramp takes you to a huge water tank on the west side. This tank has many compartments and steps for entering deeper levels as the water level fluctuates. If you walk slightly ahead from here, on the southeast side, you will see the remnants of the old palace. The palace is on a slightly elevated platform, and steps will lead you to the rectangular shaped palace area. In front, there is a large open area which may have been the darbar or audience hall where the king used to meet the visitors. Behind this, there are many old fallen walls of rooms and halls of the old palace. The fort walls have thick parapets and regular gaps or musket holes. The fort has a series of bastions in circular, squarish, and apsidal shapes at regular intervals. These bastions provide a wonderful view of the neighboring region. The soldiers posted on these bastions would have had a clear view of any approaching army. On the inner wall, there are many guard rooms for the soldiers guarding to rest. The most imposing structure in the fort presently is the large circular observatory tower on the southwest side. You can approach this circular observatory from two directions. On the way to the observatory, you will see remains of a large broken cannon on the ground. If you are approaching it from the south along the fort walls, there is a steep ramp that will lead you to the observatory area. The views from this observatory tower are stunning. This fort was built by the Keladi Nayaks, who ruled the Malnad region of Karnataka from 1499 to 1763 AD. They were initially feudatory to the Vijayanagar kingdom. Once Vijayanagar fell, they became an independent Keladi dynasty. One of the rulers of this dynasty, Hyder Nayak or Venkatappa I, with capital in Ikkeri, annexed this place that was then a small village called Hyder Ali. When Hyder Nayak died, his grandson Shivappa Nayaka became the king in 1629 AD. The Bijapur Sultans had invaded his capital Ikkeri and razed it. So Veerabhadra decided to shift his capital to Bidnur in 1639, as it was slightly more interior in the Malnad region and strategically better located. He built a strong fort with beautiful palace in this area. In 1645 AD, the reign of the kingdom was taken over by Veerabhadra Nayak's uncle Shivappa Nayaka, who was one of the most prolific rulers of the Keladi dynasty. He expanded the kingdom further beyond the Western Ghats and destroyed the Portuguese control over Karnataka's coastal region. He annexed the entire coastal region of Karnataka and also north parts of the present Kerala. The Bekal fort in Kasargod was also built by him. Nagara was the administrative capital of Shivappa Nayaka, and during his rule, he improved and expanded this fort. The successors of Shivappa Nayak ruled from here until 1763 AD, when it was annexed by Hyder Ali of the Mysore kingdom. The fort was badly burnt during the war with Mysore. Tipu Sultan is said to have rebuilt the palace and its surroundings. However, the fort slowly lost its glory and fell into ruins after it was abandoned. Apart from the palace, there are ruins of many structures scattered along the fort. The fort is really very green in the rainy season, and the ideal time to visit this place is during or just after the monsoons.